2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. We have the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight facing off against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, it'll be interesting to see where they take the game plan tonight. Offensively, do they rely on one or two guys to carry the load, or do they spread the wealth? We'll see. Love to watch this guy, Russell Westbrook. Is there anybody who looks to score the ball with more intensity, Shaq?
Well, Kenny, he's not a guard. I know it says guard on the paper. I don't know what that is. He's strong, explosive, and the guy never gets tired. Keeps coming at you.
You know what he is?
What?
He's a guard. Kenny?
Well, he's got a big motor too, Ernie. This guy is unique and a unique once-in-a-lifetime talent. His incredible endurance is probably what separates him from most players.
If he's not a guard, what is he?
Unguardable.
Oh, brilliant. Here's Kevin Harlan.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. A view of I-40 in Chesapeake Energy Arena, taken from the Skydance Bridge in Oklahoma City. That's our setting tonight. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up. And guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. And in tonight's game, pride definitely been at stake. When you were with the Spurs, or any of the teams, talk about some of the epic conference rivalries you played in.
Well, I always go back to playing against the Phoenix Suns in the 7 seconds or less Steve Nash-led teams, along with Amari Stoudemire, and what Mike D'Antoni was introducing to the game back in 2005, 2006, which, by the way, Kevin, everybody's doing now.
Right, yeah.
But tremendous talent on the court at that time, tremendous disparity in style of play, and watching Steve Nash during MVP years trying to conduct his team against the vaunted Spurs. Fantastic, incredibly competitive match.
And a lot of speed. I mean, it was eye-opening to watch.
And it was the Spurs trying to catch up. So how are we going to do the rock'em sock'em game against the 7 seconds or less? We kind of took care of it.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's Westbrook in at the 1. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Robertson in at the small forward position. Westbrook, no good. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. With some arc, Gallinari wide open. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Harden kicks to Westbrook. Lets it fly. The Rockets with another miss.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
He gets that one. Paul's got his second basket of the game.
And for an undersized player, Chris Paul's a pretty good finisher around the rim. Certainly knows all the angles.
Harden outside. Back to Westbrook. Paul with the steal. Lays it in off the breakaway. Paul's got 6.
Well, great instincts of Paul there. Solid at creating havoc in the open court and then coming up with the steal.
Harden inside the 3-point line. The Rockets again can't hit.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Robertson finds Paul. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Now the pass to Gallinari. 6 on the shot clock. And Capella sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Gallinari inside the three-point line. Rockets have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Westbrook against Paul. And it's Westbrook missing.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
And Capella sends it back. Pass to Capella. It's hauled in by Adams.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Westbrook dishes to Capella. Now Tucker with the shot. Westbrook can't get it to go.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Now, here is Gallinari. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight. Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And he gets whistled. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, a look at that 2018 Clippers draft pick in Gilgeous-Alexander. His incredible size at the point guard spot makes him one of the more intriguing players from that class.
And he makes the first. And last season with Gilgeous-Alexander, Greg, you could see what he was capable of with his length.
Well, he is just so difficult to slow up when he's running downhill at a defender. Already a plus defender in his offense coming along. He could be a scary figure at that point guard position.
Both good from the line that time.
Gilgeous-Alexander, such an intriguing prospect coming out of Kentucky. I can't wait to watch in a new system how it is that he starts to understand and develop further his offensive play.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Stolen by Harden. The kick out to Westbrook. Sinks that one from the post. Westbrook's got 5 points so far.
So explosive on the inside. Russell Westbrook, crazy athletic.
Westbrook with the steal. And finished off by Westbrook.
I know it's just 2, but man, that's a nice 2. Westbrook with the insane creativity.
Paul surveying the floor. That one falls. He's got 8.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Harden up top. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And yes, it's good.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Pulls it up. Rockets with the rebound.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And here's Westbrook. He's got 7. Gordon with no one around. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
Gordon gets the pass there and takes off for the jump shot before the defense could react.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Robertson. Paul kicks to Robertson. Knocked away. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Westbrook, and the dunk by Westbrook.
Well, a great attack by Westbrook. He's unleashing it right now on his opponent.
Adams outside. Capella with it. He's picked up by Paul. Gordon against Gallinari. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And a miss there on the triple. Thunder trailing by 4. The feed to Paul. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Harden outside. Lamar. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Paul outside. Passes to Adams. Gallinari surveying the D. And Adams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. He doesn't hit that one. And the Rockets take it the other way. Here's Westbrook. Score of the basket is 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the Summer League where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel checks in for Steven Adams. Mike Muscala comes in for Andre Robertson. Ferguson's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. Daniel House is checked in for the Rockets. Rivers comes in for Russell Westbrook. Now, here's Gallinari. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Well, when Danilo Gallinari came into the NBA, Brent, he was just a catch-and-shoot type player. But he's so much more than that now.
Well, I think with the way the league has changed with the three-point shot and Gallinari's ability to do that, he's gotten a lot smarter about picking his spots when the pump fake can drive in and draw some contact.
That free throw good from Gallinari.
It's been incredible for this team in Oklahoma City to have the type of success and sustained success under general manager Sam Presti, a playoff team in 10 of their 12 seasons in Oklahoma City.
And so he makes both from the line. And Brent, for the Thunder, they have a 500 record or better in the last decade. Only one of 3 teams to do that.
A lot of people don't realize the sustained success that's happened here in Oklahoma. And in the decade, they've had Antonio in that regard.
And here's Schroeder. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Gallinari left side. And Gordon over to help. Gallinari finds Schroeder. Oklahoma City moving it around. Pass to Gallinari. Just 4 to shoot. From outside the arc, the Rockets pull it in.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
And he gets it to go.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Thunder trailing by 7. Schroeder dishes to Noel. He kicks it to Gallinari. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
As soon as Gallinari saw the lane open up, he took it right at the defense and finishes off the style.
Pass to Rivers. High arcing shot.
Noel in there to intimidate and does so there.
Ferguson, the pass to Schroeder. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a sixth-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Green, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. That one misses for Schroeder. And you watch Dennis Schroeder, you can see how deadly Brent he can be when he's locked in.
Well, he accepted the role in Oklahoma City about coming off the bench and trying to be a spark plug. For Schroeder, it's really about consistency, Kevin.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder, trailing by 5. And there's the pass to Noel. Gallinari outside. Shoots it up. Nice touch on the shot from close range. Gallinari's got 6.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Knocked loose and stolen by Noel. It to Ferguson inside. Muscala goes up and lays it nice and easy. Now just a 1-point Rocket lead.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now here's Capella. Back to Harden. Capella kicks to House. Here's Harden on the wing. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. He's got 7.
And Harden never seen a shot he didn't like, and boy, is he comfortable gunning it from there.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Rockets. Gallinari against Green. Gallinari outside. Kicks it to Muscala. 4 on the shot clock. Ferguson for 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
Houston's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Here's Westbrook. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Noel with it, and guarded by Capella. Well finds Gallinari. And just his third make brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now, here is Harden. Tight defense on him. There's the 3. Got it off in time. A big effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul, and Chris talked about where all that started.
It's been a sort of long relationship, and obviously me, Bron, Melo, D-Wade have all really gotten really close. And that stems from the time with the Olympics, USA teams, and then just sharing a lot of the same likes and values and having kids and family and different things like that.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Then it's Clint Capella. Then it's Green. And it's House in at the 4. Here's Westbrook after Oklahoma City gets the 3. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Well, the defense respecting the shot right there, and that creates a lane for him to drive right through. That's his game.
Here's Ferguson. He's covered by Westbrook. Schroeder surveying the floor. A beautiful reverse layup. And the Thunder lead by 3.
And Schroeder did not even have to think twice about that shot. This young man simply devours these chances inside.
And stolen by Noel. And Harden comes to help. Now, here is Gallinari. He's guarded closely. 6 to shoot. It's up a 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. House kicks. Shoots from 14. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
That's a nice release on the mid-range jump shot. Westbrook getting more consistent from there. Loves the right side especially.
Ferguson, the pass to Schroeder, and Harden comes to help. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Thunder making a change here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Oh, kicks to Ferguson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Noel Rose, guarded by Tucker.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Muscala. Robertson comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. That's good from Noel.
Well, it's been up and down the last few years for Nerlens Noel, but there are still some impactful numbers for the minutes that he's on the floor as a rim protector.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Tucker.
Yeah, this is great when Westbrook starts to dictate the tempo of the game. This time he's doing it with the pass, setting up a teammate.
Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And they call an illegal screen here. And for Noel, his numbers will never match the visual impact he has on the floor, wouldn't you say?
Oh, he's definitely a player about the little things out there, just being a rim protector, making sure that guys think about him when they're attacking the rim.
Now here's Westbrook. 17 points in the game. Pass to Tucker. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. When it comes to hustle and effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 balls that are just so important And sometimes, with the win or loss in the balance.
I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverley who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court. But, those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff. And when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize it. You're exactly right. Here's Paul. 10 points for him. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. That 3 off the mark. Rockets have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. To the inside. Here's Westbrook. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Westbrook's got 19 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
They get it again. Adams. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Well, the motor right now for Steven Adams is humming on the glass, getting after it.
Here's Harden. Count it. Harden's got 9 points.
Such a light touch on that finger roll. Classic move there.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Westbrook with the block.
There is no question that Russell is one of the top 10 athletes we have in the league. No, that just happened.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
It'd be great if Steven Adams develops that shot consistently. That'll open up some offense.
Westbrook passes to House. And the rejection by Noel. Green kicks to Harden. Goes back up. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. He's got 11.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Good poise there from the young Gilgeous-Alexander, not allowing himself to get rattled.
And so here is Houston. And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
And thinking back to when Gerald Green first came into the league, oozing with athleticism, but really not much else. Now he's a completely different and better player than when he first arrived.
For the Rockets, Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Gerald Green, and it's Rivers in for James Harden. For 3, Westbrook buries it from three-point range. Westbrook's got 22. And as amazing as Green was in his dunking as a younger player, he needed to grow as a player.
And the time he spent overseas, I think, really helped with his development and confidence. Came back to the NBA, and really since his return has been a great weapon off the bench for whichever team he's suited up for.
Here's Westbrook, following the basket by Chris Paul. And Adams sends it back.
Well, he can be intimidating. Steven Adams, such a big frame down there, and great timing on that block.
Stolen by Tucker. to the paint. Here's House. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Houston shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw drops for House. Al Paul, 12 points for him. Shoots over Tucker. Adams. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Here's Westbrook. The shot that time not on target. Paul with the defensive effort. It's tipped. And another shot. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Pass to Rivers. The three. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 assists in the game. Thunder trailing by 7. Paul outside. 14 feet away. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
So tough to keep up with the energy of Chris Paul at the point guard position, especially when he's handling the rock like that.
Here's Tucker. Misses the three. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And Paul gets it to go in.
They're scoring loads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Westbrook with it. He's got 22. And he uses the glass on the layup. Westbrook's got 24.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Paul. Adams outside. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Stolen by Gordon. Oh, here we go with Gordon. Nobody back.
Well, Eric Gordon is always a threat as a 2-guard to score. However, the defense gets a little too physical with him there, which is why he gets to the free throw line.
Well, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
Shoot 2.
The free throw drops for Gordon. Muscala, he's checked in for Noel. And a switch here also for Houston. Capella's checked in. Both free throws good from Eric Gordon. Thunder trailing by 7. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him. The shot's good from Paul.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
Tucker dishes to Westbrook. Capella trying to free himself up. Westbrook with the bucket. Westbrook's got the lead up to 7 now for the Rockets. Westbrook against Paul. Paul is doubled. Passes it to Muscala. Now here's Robertson. Defended by Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Here's Adams. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Offensive rebound. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do,
take a break.
That's really the motto of Tucker's game.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Gallinari, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. The first, but misses the second. And Adam here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 8-point game. Ferguson, the pass to Schroeder. Back to Gallinari. That one makes him 4 for 10.
Gallinari so hard to guard from the mid-range area because of his quick first step to the hoop, but you can't play too far off him or he'll do just that, burn you with the J.
Now here's Rivers. Capella trying to free himself up. The Rockets with another miss. Here's Ferguson. He's guarded by Rivers. Here's Schroeder, and it's good from the elbow. And now it's just a 4-point Rocket lead.
Schroeder continuing to build his confidence, shooting the ball from the perimeter. I'd like to see him square up and sink those J's.
Rivers, good. A nice assist from Westbrook. And it's 6 points for Austin Rivers.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Schroeder finds Gallinari. And here is Muscala, defended by Gordon. And that one is hammered home.
Now, Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
Gordon inside. Gallinari on him. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Fades away. Ferguson with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
And here's Westbrook after Gallinari made the last three-pointer.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Pass to Ferguson. He feeds it to Adams. And a lot of contact on one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Clint Capella.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
First one falls for him.
Well, Adams has his struggles at the free throw line, but he's making strides in that area and still has work to do.
That one drops. He ties it up. Houston's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. The Rockets with another miss.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Schroeder. He has 6. Shot clock at 6. Shoots. And Capella sends it back. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
He got it! Oh, man!
He caught it!
This is what you got to do.
OMG, that's how you silence a crowd.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Houston on top. They're up by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Billy Donovan. Coach, it's been back and forth in the first half. What's it going to come down to?
Well, I'm going to say it's close. We know we're playing against a great team, so we just got to keep grinding and keep playing.
We'll see how it turns out, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He ended up with 26 points, 5 assists, and 1 steal. He had a very shaky performance in their last game, but it has not affected him at all tonight. What a tremendous first half he played. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise, making good decisions, and not giving away any possessions. They did a great job of that in the first half.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It will be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve it. Though sometimes when you get more minutes, you get exposed. We shall see.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Thunder trailing by 3. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, Robertson and Gallinari at the small and power forward positions. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, that's a guy out there in Steven Adams that you just have to pay attention to. Every night he's going to bang around the opposing big guys and be a threat around the rim to score and pick up offensive rebounds.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Adams. And with Adams on the offensive glass, he is impossible to move.
Well, that's a big reason why a couple years ago, Kevin, he grabbed more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds, so you know he's going to live in the paint.
No good on the second free throw. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. The lead is 2. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Westbrook's got 28 points for the game.
Yeah, Russell is not stopping right now. So sure on the offensive end. Just complete confidence there.
Paul passes to Robertson. Down low. Here's Adams, and Capella sends it back. Harden outside. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. The Thunder shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Puts it up from 12. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Paul.
Well, that's a sweet spot for Paul. That zone between the arc and the paint might be his favorite. A career 50% two-point shooter.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
Throw good, James Harden. And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with his streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
And both throws good for James Harden.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And Harden comes to help. And Gallinari kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Robertson, guarded closely. 5 on the clock. From the stripe. And he overshot that one, missing. Rockets leading by 7. 4-3, Westbrook. Another miss by Houston. Thunder have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Robertson dishes to Gallinari. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Good on the bucket. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
And Chris Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
Harden draws the double. Westbrook against Paul. Now Tucker. 5 points in the game. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got rebound number 13 with that last one.
And this guy eats glass for a living. Capella with great anticipation on the backboard.
The Rockets have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
Now here's Paul. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Westbrook with it. And he has 28 points for the game. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with him.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
What's up?
Well, last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now, on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Harden. They grab their own miss.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here's Gordon. 10 points for him. Here's Tucker. From deep. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the three-point line.
Nice swing action there. Gallo, he simply squares up and rises to the occasion.
Here's Westbrook. Gallinari making his last shot. And here's Westbrook. The shot from the low post is good. Westbrook's got 30 points.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Nerlens Noel checks in for Oklahoma City. And a change for the Rockets. Daniel House has checked in for P.J. Tucker. Gallinari finds Paul. Back to Gallinari. Clock at 6. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. Basket counts. And it's the Rockets with the ball. 4-point game. Westbrook surveying the D. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Westbrook's got 7 now in this quarter.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Feeds it to Noel. And Noel throws it down.
It's just a master class when Chris Paul has the ball. Great at orchestrating the offense and right there finding his teammate.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. The shot will not fall. And the Thunder going the other way now. To the middle. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Robertson the pass to Paul. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
A good three-point shooter a few years back. Paul's turned himself into a great one. Important to do later in your career.
And here's Harden for 3. It's rebounded by Paul. Paul's got his 6th rebound on the night. Gallinari attacking for the tie. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 4 assists in the game. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. Timeout called, the Rockets. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Tears in for Robertson. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Houston. Harden finds Rivers. Knocks it away by Paul. He lobs it up. And that one's Noel. Noel's got 7 points.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Harden up top. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. House. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Rockets have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. is off.
And for Coach Billy Donovan of the Thunder, a lot on the line. In his last year of a 5-year contract with the team, the end result of this team will determine his future with the franchise.
Well, this team has never missed the playoffs under his watch, and the interesting thing with the massive trades that happened in the offseason, how much Billy Donovan gets the opportunity now to teach and coach this group of players.
Now here's Paul, 25 points in the game. He dishes it to Noel. Schroeder outside. He goes up again, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, when Nerlens Noel stays very confident offensively, good things like this tend to happen.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And Nerlens Noel, since coming into the league, seemingly has fought an uphill battle to try to find a role on a team where he can consistently make key contributions. Let's hope it's now.
Noel. Rockets trail by 3. Rivers, 6 points for him. From deep, Harden, 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. He lobs up the alley-oop, passing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Paul passes to Noel, and good that time. Noel's got 11.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
Rivers looking over the floor. And the rejection by Noel. Now Schroeder, he's got 6, shoots over Capella, and it's Schroeder missing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Against Rivers. It's stolen by Schroeder.
You watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. Play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
Pulls up. But they'll get another chance.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
6 on the shot clock. Muscala hits the bucket. Now it's a 6-point Thunder lead. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Gordon trying to break loose. Another shot. And it's finished off by Rivers as he lays it in. 8 points for him.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
Here's Ferguson. Here's Schroeder. Again, the Thunder score. Rockets try 6. Harden with it. 22 points for him. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Harden's got 24.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Here's Ferguson. Pass to Paul. Now, here is Muscala. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Here's Ferguson. The pass to Muscala. Just 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Ferguson's shot is good.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 10. We've got 1:28 left in the third. And pushing it up here is Oklahoma City. Paul is pass to Noel. Releases from 15, and it's Schroeder missing.
When you are wrapped up that tightly in the mid-range, you are better off just moving the ball.
Yeah, that's one where you hope if he gets in there the next time, he makes a different choice.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half. And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Gordon. Count that one. Gordon's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Schroeder. 8 points for him. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. And the Thunder making a change here. Adams checked in, and a change for the Rockets. Tucker's checked in. Here's Schroeder. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Gallinari, he's checked in for Paul. .30 seconds left to play in the third. And Adams kicks it over to Schroeder. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Drills it from outside. Schroeder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, not known as an outside shooter, he's definitely working on his three-point accuracy.
Here's Harden. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
And here's Gallinari. Shoots over Tucker. Off target. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Thunder lead by 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And so in the game for the Rockets, Tucker and Capella are up front. Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. And it's Rivers in at the point guard position. That misses off the backboard. The Thunder leading by 5. Inside, Adams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Clint Capella.
Well, love the aggressive play here from Adams. He gets the shot he wants, and now another opportunity to challenge himself at the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Robertson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. He makes one of two that time. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. And Harden with the stuff.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Here's Ferguson. He kicks to Robertson. Pass to Adams. Now here's Schroeder. Here's Ferguson. Shoots. Rockets with the rebound. Capella's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Gallinari leading the charge. And it's Schroeder missing. Rockets trail by 4. Now Rivers. Here's Capella, a stupendous finish in traffic.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Capella against Schroeder. Schroeder outside. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Tucker. Jumps up. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now here's Adams. Schroeder outside. Pass to Robertson from past the arc. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 16th rebound on the night. And the jam by Harden.
I like staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Oklahoma City trailing. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
For the Thunder, Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And a change for the Rockets. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Austin Rivers. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
So here's Westbrook. Steven Adams making his last shot. And the dunk by Capella.
For all the attention that Russell gets for his scoring, tonight the passing looks sharp.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Ball against Westbrook. Tips it.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And here's Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Harden hits them both.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Ball finds Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on James Harden.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was one of the main parts of what the Clippers were able to do last year. A lot of people excited about his potential, and now here in Oklahoma City, one of the rising stars in the NBA.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And with Gilgeous-Alexander, he did more and more as last season wore on.
Well, interesting part of this trade is I think Sam Presti thinking about the potential of Gilgeous-Alexander and what he can do in Oklahoma City. Had a very, very good season for Doc Rivers as a rookie.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. And the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got 38 points.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot's good from Paul.
Well, what we've seen here tonight, Chris Paul can put points up on the board still in a hurry, just carrying the offensive load right now.
Harden with it. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. A three-pointer, no good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Here's Robertson. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. With the floater, the putback. It's good on the putback. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Well, he gets so few attempts in the post to show off some of his footwork. A good percentage of Adams' offense comes off of putbacks.
Westbrook, no good.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Here is Harden. Gallinari making his last shot. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from James Harden.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Paul against Westbrook, and they double up Paul. Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. It's deflected.
Robertson out there to play defense. He excels at getting off the ground so quickly to get the block.
And we've seen him do this before, just kicking it up to another level here in the fourth. That puts him at 75% shooting in the quarter.
Now here's Paul. On the wing, Robertson, guarded by Tucker. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Paul. Paul's got 8 rebounds in this game. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defense right on him. The 15-footer, and that one drops. 33 points for Chris Paul.
And another great decision from CP3, taking high-quality shots and knocking it down.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
I know people can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Feed. Pass to Adams. The feed now to Gallinari. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Gallinari's got 6 here in this quarter.
Gallo tonight really thinking his game and knocking down a lot of shots.
Harden draws the double. Gordon for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Now here's Paul. Kicks it to Robertson. 6 to shoot. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires the 3. Connects from three-point range. And the Thunder lead by 7.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, well, that make right there, that can change things.
Here is Harden. There's Gordon. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Now here's Paul. Shot on the wing. And the shot is long. Rockets trail by 5. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the 4th, sinking the majority of their shots. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. Teardrop shot. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points now in just the second half. Houston's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Outside Westbrook. Over Gallinari. Here's Capella, and Adams sends it back. And Robertson has it in the corner. And the Thunder, another 3.
Well, no hesitation from Robertson that time. Got his shot off quickly as soon as he got the ball.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here's Gordon. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. The Thunder leading by 9, and they double up Paul. Here's Adams. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And the free throw, no good.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Harden's shot is good.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Now the presentation of
ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Alexander finds Adams. Count it. Adams has got 10 points in just the second half.
You wonder at times if the offense should explore Steven Adams a little bit more. He collects 2.
And here's Harden for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Now here's Robertson, defended by Gordon. Call is doubled. Adams outside. There's the pass to Robertson. He kicks it to Paul. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Kept alive. Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Adams, no hesitation, and right to the rim.
For Houston. Trailing by 13. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Robertson. Oklahoma City's got 3-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Paul outside. Westbrook with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Five to shoot. Robertson dishes to Adams. Robertson kicks to Paul. Shoots over Tucker. Paul can't go. Rockets trail by 13. Harden the pass to Capella. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 11 points for Clint Capella.
Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
Now here's Alexander. Defense is right there. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Alexander does a good job of just staying aggressive, and that just forces the defense to do something.
Houston making a switch here. Chandler's checked in.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. And for the Rockets, their shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Oklahoma City.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Chris Paul.
serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Harden. Here's Adams.
Well, Adams with the make-them-pay mentality right here from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
And McLemore kicks to Rivers. No good from outside. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long, everyone.